Hey, it's Sarah with Tenderfoot Village, and today on my channel I'm going to be showing you how to make this really cute sock gnome girl. I've had a lot of requests for it, so I thought I'd honor that and show y'all how to make one today. Okay, so let's get started. If you don't know how to get your body of your gnome to this point, if you'd like to go back and check out my other video on how to make a sock gnome, it will give you the instructions on how to get to the point where we're at right now, where we're about to add the braids or create the braids for the gnome to become a girl. So let's get started. First things first, you're going to need, let's see. So this yarn, this is what I use. I got it at, I believe, Hobby Lobby. I'm almost 100% sure I got it at Hobby Lobby. It says $19.95 or $99, but I think I used a 50 or 40% off coupon, whatever the coupon is that they have there. So I didn't end up paying that much. And if you're going to be making a lot of these, it really goes a long way. This is an excellent purchase because you only need a little bit to make the braids, or to make the hair. So first things first, what we're going to do is you're going to need something to measure with, and it does not have to be an exact measurement, but you want to be, I don't know, more than 12 inches, I would say, would be, if you want the hair to hang down to the table or to the wherever it's sitting, wherever the gnome's gonna be sitting, then you want at least 12 inches. So I'm gonna do just a little bit more, but like I said, not an exact. And then once I get it going, I just make one more. So you want to have a total of 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then just cut that off. Doesn't have to be perfect. Set that aside. Okay, so once I do that, then I use my little measuring thing. It just helps me keep things a little even. I'm going to take my embroidery floss, and I recommend whatever hair color or yarn you choose to make your hair, to get a matching string. Although it's not going to matter for this middle part. If you choose to use the string to tie the ends of the braids, you're going to want something that matches the color of the yarn that you have for the hair. So you don't need a really big piece for this. I do like to give myself a little extra. And then I just, not exact, but I try to get kind of in the middle. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just tying it once and then tying it once more to make a knot. Now it's totally up to you. You don't have to do this, but you can. You can put a little glue dot right here in the center to keep it together, but honestly, it's really not going to matter because this is going to be hidden underneath the hat, and it's going to have so much other hot glue to hold it in place that this is really just to help you create the braids. So once you have your middle piece of embroidery floss on, then you're going to cut the other 2 loops that haven't been cut yet. And then you have your 3 pieces of hair that you'd need for the braid. So then at this point, you can do one of 2 things. You can either secure this and braid it down this way, or you can go ahead and hot glue it onto your gnome, and that way it's got something secure to hold onto while you do the braids. This is the way I prefer. Also, it doesn't have to be super specific on where you place the yarn up on the top of the head. Just make sure that it obviously is behind the nose, but you can be as close to the nose or back here in the middle. The only thing that this is going to do is it's going to determine where the hair falls once you put the hat on. So for me, I'm just going to put it not exactly up at the end of the nose, but I'm going to put it kind of closer to where the sock material is, like where it's tied up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm just going to put a little dot of glue right there. And then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to press it on there. Give it a second to become secure before I decide to braid. All right, once you have it in place and you feel like it's pretty secure, then you can begin to braid. And I am not a professional braider. I have girls, but I don't braid their hair because, I mean, I have short hair, obviously. I'm not super good at hair. So anyway, this may not be the perfect way to braid, but this is just how I braid these. If you know a better way, you are more than welcome to use your way. All right, so once you get to the end and you have your braid however you like it, then you're going to take one of your elastics, and I get these at the Dollar Tree. So you're just going to take one of these and tie the bottom. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So once again, separate your three. Because that one is on the bottom, I'm going to pull it up and cross it over. And then just go down. And all right, so there you have the beginnings of your braids. And the next thing that I like to do is I take them and I kind of like stretch out the parts, just very, don't do it difficultly. I'm sorry, don't do it hard, just very gently pull on them, and it kind of helps space them out more evenly. I feel like it makes it look better. Okay, so there's the beginning of that. So once you have that, you can choose to clip these. Another cool thing you can do is take a brush or a comb and just kind of fluff it out, and it'll make it look like fluffy like hair. You won't see the separations. For me though, I like it how it is. So I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so the next thing, also, let me back up. So once you get them done, if you choose to, you can do a coordinating piece of ribbon on the little end parts. That would look really cute. Or you can I like to leave it like it is. I think it looks cute just like that. If you're concerned about the elastic not lasting, again, you can use your matching embroidery floss and tie it up really good. Put a little glue dot on there, something like that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put on the cone for the top. And oh wait, let me back up, because I want to show you, you don't even have to add the cone. This is absolutely not necessary. This is personal preference. If you choose to have it like that, you could actually just glue your little topper on your sock. This is actually a boot warmer, leg warmer. So you can just glue that on just like that. I'm going to add the cone though, but I wanted to show you. And it looks great either way. But I'm gonna do the cone. I just prefer the cone. So for me, I get my cones at the Dollar Tree, which I mentioned in the other video. I take a serrated knife and I cut them at an angle, just a slight angle, not anything huge. And then I kind of cut out the middle section a little bit so that whatever's at the top of here will fit up inside there and just kind of hide it. It kind of helps it stay neat. So right now I'm going to add a bunch of hot glue. Hopefully I don't run out. I'm going to, I think. All right. And then grab that glue stick really quick. I like to add hot glue into both the top of the sock and into the cone, just for more secure, it grabs it better. So then I just press it down. Wait a minute, make sure it seals. Wherever it's not, I will go around and add a little bit more hot glue. So I added more hot glue around the edge back there, and I'm just making sure it secures onto there. All right. So now, once you have that done, so when I use the leg warmers or the boot warmers, I will actually come up to the top and make a knot. You can do this any way that you prefer. This is just one of the, sorry guys, I have this web of hot glue. But again, you can do this any way that you prefer. This is just what I like. So I'm going to make a knot at the top and not pull it really tight at first. I'm actually going to push up, pull, push up, because I want that knot to be as close to the top as possible. And then you can make it as tight or as chunky as you want. I think they look great both ways, but again, it's personal preference. All right, once that is done, I believe that it's had long enough to sit. Then I just add the leg warmer to the top. And one of the things I love about the leg warmers is they already have that little ribbed edge that goes around that I really think it just does a great job of finishing it off. So then once I have that done, I will go and I'll glue around the inside here in just a second. But another thing that I wanted to show you really quick is I like to, because my girls don't have beards covering the front of them, I like to use little embellishments to decorate the front. So for this girl, I've got these little scrapbooking flowers. I just think they're super cute. I think I got these for $2 something in a big bag somewhere at Hobby Lobby. Okay, yeah, so it says, here they are. This says $4.99, but I always use a coupon when I go to Hobby Lobby, so 40% off, or they were already on 40% off sale. So anyway, I just like to hot glue the little embellishments right onto the front. So I'll do that really quick for you so you can see it. But I just think this is a great way to add a little bit more character. I'm going to fight with this hot glue the whole time. To add a little bit more character to the girl gnomes, since they're more simple, and it gives something for the eye to look at on the front. So that is how I make the girl gnome. And I need to add the hot glue real quick to the top. So I just put a little dot. I usually try to start off at the front of the gnome, like where the nose is, and I'll add a big glob right there. And then I actually do what it just did. I let it fall instead of trying to tuck it in and press. I think it looks more natural and like that's how it goes. But you can do it again however you prefer. And then I go around once I've done that one. It's hard to see it from the back. Then I go around and I add a little dot on the side. I do not add any onto the braids because I think it's kind of cute that they kind of just hang. Little dot on that side. Another little dot right there on that side. And then I put a little dot on the back. Oops, let me show you. Right there. Just to help it stay in place. And that is how I make my girl gnomes. Well, I hope you like this tutorial. If you do, please give it a like and a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I plan to be making more videos very soon. I think that I've got a little sock snowman in the works, so keep an eye out for that, and then another surprise very soon. So thank you for watching.